Alright guys, hello YouTube, people that come in and watch my videos. I want to try something new for me, and that is drawing live. So I've been having this project of drawing Arceus, and I've been kind of having trouble on how I want to show this. So I decided that I'm just gonna do it live. Like, there's a lot of artists out there that do their own drawings live. So I was like, why don't I just do that? It's much more, I think it's much more easier. So I don't have to go through all the editing that I do. So let's get started. I made these little boxes here so we can work on our thumbnails. I'm still trying to figure out how I want things, so I'm not gonna go too crazy on the design and the textures and all that. So I got a few reference photos here on a separate screen, and I'm just gonna be looking over every now and again to kind of remind myself what the room looks like. And speaking about the room I'll be using, or the reference photos I'll be using, is this event that happened for Pokemon. Was it Soul Silver and Heart Gold, which is arguably one of the best Pokemon games out there that came out. A lot of people will definitely agree with that. And I definitely do agree with that too. That is so huge. You know, you were able to go from the Kanto to the Johto region. That was, I had no idea that was a possibility. And so when I saw that, when you could cross over, that really kind of blew my mind, honestly. All right. So the idea I have here is good old Cynthia with Garchomp. Yeah, Garchomp right here. And then, so the way it happens, this event, if you guys remember, or if you guys have seen it, you're like in a tomb, almost tomb looking area with a bunch of broken, I don't know, debris, just a bunch of debris all over the place. And it's kind of frozen too. I'm looking at the reference photos right now. And then you got the giant triangle in the center room. I don't know how, I really want to put the floor on here. So we'll come back to this one later. So the thumbnails are very important to kind of help out your idea that you want to make. And you don't want to get so attached to your thumbnails. Sometimes I have, you know, just like you make something that you really like and you're like, man, I want to keep that. Oops. You really want to keep it and you just don't want to let go. And that will really ruin other possibilities that you could make, you know. So don't be so attached to them. So right now I'm just trying to mess with a bunch of shapes and ideas of, sorry for the background noise, by the way. Just messing with ideas, trying to figure out how this would look. How can I get everything that I want? The aesthetic of the area, the characters that appear in the area. Well, except for the character you play with, I don't know her name or his name, but I just want to put in Cynthia, Arceus, of course, some unknown characters around. Just flying around, kind of like how they have it in the event. So, oh, my cat just jumped onto the table. Come here, buddy. Want to help me? So, let's see. The room is like in a box. You're like in a giant box tomb area. And inside is a giant triangle. How can I put us in that room? How would, if you took a picture, how would the picture look like? How would I want it to look like? That is what I'm trying to figure out right now. So what do I want to convey in my image? That's what's important. Trying the message, I guess you could say. You know, all the drawings don't have to have a message, but it's not like a direct message, like, oh, you have to, you know, I'm not trying to inspire people here, you know, just the message can be like, this room is ancient. This room holds unknown, literally unknown, you know, a Pokemon that has never been really documented or seen. And then to top it all off, you got the creator, the god Pokemon inside here. You know, that's the kind of message I'm trying to get to, I guess you could say. Just trying to think of all this while I'm drawing this sketch here. And so another thing that I'm also going to be trying out is using 3D with my sketch. So once I find something that I kind of like, something that I think is getting the message that I'm trying to make, I'm gonna go ahead and model it out in 3D, and then just put that thing on top of my sketch or under my sketch, and then try to mold both the 3D and the sketch together. So I'm just gonna get through these few thumbnails that I kind of like. And like I said, I'm having like a 3D model in my head. So I'm looking at the image, and then this 3D model of the area is in my head. I'm just kind of flying around looking at an angle that I think would get what I'm looking for. So during the event, there's a moment at the end of the event, there's a moment where you choose. Arceus gives you an option of choosing 3 of the his legendary creation Pokemon, you know, Giratina, Palkia, and Dialga. And so I want to put those in there too. You know, it's like a little ball that appears once you step on the platform of the Pokemon you want. It gives you an option. Would you like Giratina or something like that? And then you click yes, and then Arceus gives you the craziest acid trip of your fucking life, right? If you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, I'll put a link. I'm gonna grab the link of this one guy. He posted it on YouTube. Hopefully it's still there. I think it's still there. It wasn't that long ago since I looked it up myself. But yeah, this event, I forgot how old I was, man. I mean, I wasn't that young, but seeing something like that on a Nintendo DS, You know, I was just like, oh man, oh, cool. Look, I get a legendary Pokemon. And then they give these crazy, crazy visual effect, just random images uh, on your DS. And I was like, what the hell is going on, dude? And it was pretty badass and exciting, honestly. Um, Something I haven't really experienced, you know. That is probably my favorite event of all time. It's just, you know, so random, but you know, in context it makes sense, you know. Like like it's showing you all the creations he's done, I guess you could say. You know, he's made the world, you know, and because of that things exist and whatnot. So definitely want to put those little orbs that summon. Right. Got the staircase. Randomly one staircase that goes up, you know. Alright. So another thing that I really want that isn't that I believe is important here is the pose that I'll be giving Arceus. You know, you don't want him to look weak or something, you know. He's a god, you know. Draw him like a sculptor would sculpt, you know, Zeus or any other god, demigod. You know, they always make him handsome, strong looking, very muscular. So, in our case, my voice just cracked. Did you guys hear that? Jesus Christ. Whatever. In our case, I also want to mention I've never done this before. You know, it's it's very new to me. Just talking so much, and my birds just yelling in the background. You know, I never realized how much they yelled until now. So yeah, I mean, it's kind of weird, you could say. He looks hilarious on here. Looks like a little. He looks like a llama. You know. I don't know if you guys seen those memes. He's literally just like an alpaca or llama looking little creature. Adorable, honestly. So I don't know. I like him. I want him kind of levitating, but maybe if I lower this a little bit, let's put him down here, and then we can lift him up a little bit more. Let's rotate him up a little more. And then let's grab his waists. Right? Rotate. Oops. Rotate that bad boy. Like so. That's looking alright. Something like that. Kind of looking a little up. Kind of get like the majestic kind of pose here. Kind of like you know, for Arceus here, you know, a lot of obviously you're gonna want to use horse reference, llama reference. I think more horse. You know, he looks more like a llama or a alpaca, but you want to look at horses. You know, horses are more, you know, I don't know what's the word I want to use. They're just not. They just look more badass when you take like a badass picture. You know, I've only seen a few badass llamas on the internet. You know, so you want to go with badass horses because there's more of those online. You know, there's a lot more movies about horses than there is about llamas. That's for sure. So, you know, in my case, I could just like go online or something, find a movie that has horses, some sort of Western movie, possibly, and you'll sure enough find a shot of the horse looking all cool and stuff. So I'll probably grab one of those later on, once I kind of get closer to the end of this project. So I'm liking this one down here. You know, we have Cynthia right here, barely coming in, and good old little Chompy here. God, Chomp right there. You know, with this fins for hands, T-Rex hands, yada yada. I like Garchomp. He's dope. I just wish his shiny looked more shiny. You know, why does Pokemon do that? I mean, like, I'm okay with these shiny Pokemon having just one solid color, right? Like, let's say, you know, like Mew. Okay, so his original color is just pink, right? And so shiny color is just one color, also blue. You know, they could have gone crazy, you know, but it just chose one color, and it looks all right. He looks fine. But then, you got Pokemon like Garchomp, where they just kind of move the hue shifter, or more like the not the hue, the saturation, right? Just move the little bar, this little bar, like he's like bluish, kind of grayish, and you just go like, I think they go darker, right? They go just like whoop, like that, and there he's shining. Yeah, that's kind of upsetting. They could have given us a much more vibrant color, you know. I think, or make him look more like a shark. And put him like completely gray, but no. Give us a cheap ass fucking color. All right, let's think of another pose here. What kind of things I'm trying to convey here? So let's so I'm looking back at my reference, and the triangle is fucking huge, right? So maybe we can make a fucking huge triangle ourselves, right? So he would be much smaller looking, you know. So let's see, how would I want to do that? You know, that's the problem. Just figuring out how to do things, right? That's the problem of our lives, just figuring out how to do shit. Alright, so let's see, how can we make this, here? No. Let's figure out the angles that I kind of want. What if let's just make a triangle first, right? Oops. Keep selecting. Exit. Oh. Alright. So here's the platform he's on, right? Oops. Why is it drawing? That's weird. My eraser is being used as a pencil. Great. Alright, whatever. Gotta figure that out later. So the platform is a triangle, right? So let's use a triangle and figure out how best it could look like a platform. Mess around with some tools. No, don't like that. This kind of looks interesting here. This is looking something. There's definitely something here. Alright. This is kind of looking kind of cool. Right? A little bit tilted maybe? Alright. So, let's scale this bad boy. See how we feel about that. Oops, a bit too big. It's a bit too stretchy for me. I don't know. Let's go back to a reference. So this is the first time in a long time that anyone has entered this room. So why don't we convey that instead, right? That could possibly work. I can kind of see that in my head. I kind of like the idea. So let's say we're walking into it, right? How about we just do that? Oops. Let's hold shift. So right. How about, oops. So here's a staircase. Okay. And Cindy just walked up. They're a little smaller. Alright, so yeah. Oh, guard jump right here. Oh, this is looking kind of cool, I think. I might have found what I'm looking for. God jump. Yeah. Alright. Guard jump and Cynthia right there. Yeah, I don't know why my eraser is so I'm using the Wacom tablet. Of course, you know, comes with the eraser on the pencil. For some reason it's starting to use, yeah, erasers turn into a pen for some reason. Alright, so I like how this is going. Right, so let's put the eggs like this. One, and then we got Diago over here, and then we got good old Garantina back here. We can make them a little bit bigger. That would look cool. Like let's say like they're like in an embryo. If they're like in an embryo, hopefully the AC is not fucking loud. I don't think so. So if they're like in an embryo kind of thing, that'll look cool. Like if you could see through and you could see Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina inside the little eggs. Let's do that. And then we got Arceus right here. All fucking mighty as hell. Now this will look cool. I think so. Right? Yeah. It's definitely gonna look badass, dude. So you could take this a little further actually by maybe tilting the camera a little, because I kind of want to get the floors in. I don't know. That's a lot though. Let's go all out, man. Fuck it. Let's fucking go crazy, dude. So let's go to one of these thumbnails we got here. Oh, yeah, and we want to throw in the unknown in there too. So let's so let's put those guys in there. This one. All right. So how much? Oops, forgot to hold shift. How much tilt do we want? Do you know? A little bit, a lot of bit. Let's get Cynthia back in here. And then we got guard jump. Right? Okay. So how tilted is this gonna be? No. No. This could work. I'm liking this. Would have to put the eggs a little lower. Around here. There's looking nice. Very nice. The little details on the circles though. That's gonna be a problem. It's looking like a giant transmutation circle, honestly. We're gonna have to fix those. This is how the room kind of looks like, but I'm gonna have to figure out how I'm gonna do that. And then obviously the eggs are gonna be closer. Unless I just make them more oval, which is kind of how they should be looking like. Bring these over here. Right? We cut these up a little bit. Oops. Alright. I'm liking this one. Now we can just go ahead and grab him. Edit. Copy. Oops. Did I do something wrong? Copy. Paste. We. I'm liking it. I could definitely see this right here. And then all the unknown, just like wee. ABC. Put a little Easter egg right here, just for myself. These got to be much smaller, obviously. So doesn't really matter how many I put. I mean, yo. I don't know what the fuck that is. An F? Let's put another V. Let's see. I mean, let's see what else can we add, right? Well, we are in a tomb box thing, like I said. So let's just put the walls in. Like that. This isn't cool. And then we got our legendary pokies. We'll make these bigger. Oops, gotta transfer. We'll make these bigger. I kind of want you to be able to see who's inside. Because of course the color of the floor for them is going to be the color corresponding to the legendary. Alright, so let's see how far we've gone into. We're at 30 minutes. That's cool. And I think I got what I'm looking for. So I think I'm gonna end it right here. So what I'll be doing next is going on to Blender, which is a free 3D software. Free 3D program that you can just use and model things out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Blender and just kind of speed things up from there, because it's not really that important, I guess you could say, because you know, I just kind of want to do the drawing part. But blending, I think using 3D software kind of takes a lot more for my mind, because I'm thinking a lot of different things in there. It's less creativity when you're kind of like building stuff in there, I guess you could say. Once you start putting in details, it's when it gets more creative for working in 3D. That's for me. I mean, I don't know about you, but all right then. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys will be subscribing and liking. You know, I'm gonna go into Blender and I'm gonna speed things up there, so it's gonna be a little bit more faster. And thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Just so we don't make the ending boring, I decided to do a little voiceover for the 3D model base that I'll be using. And I mean, if you can't tell just by the start of this video, I am not an expert at this. I mean, I'm not an expert at Photoshop or Clip Studio Paint either, but I'm like very, 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 very beginner here with Blender. You know, learning, just looking at it can be complicated. At least that's how I felt the first time. But once you get the gist of it, of how to use shapes and how to move them around, I mean, that's basically all you really need if you're going to be doing what I'm basically doing here, which is just kind of helping you with your sketch and your idea. Blender is definitely a good idea. So yeah, I got my sketch here on the side while I was doing this, just checking it out, and then thinking I also had a little bit in mind of the lighting. As you can see now, I'm kind of messing with light. And I know you saw that giant spear thing in the center. Ignore that. I don't know where that came from. I accidentally made an extra cube for some reason. So you got Arceus here in the center. You got Cynthia and Garchomp in the front right here, and those little boxes are the unknown. Just to get the idea. Just so you can see what I am thinking. And you know, looking at this while I was rendering, I'm like, dude, this looks like something out of Minecraft. You know, with all this Minecraft going on with like PewDiePie and Jacksepticeye and all those people. Like, I'm like, I think I've been watching too much Minecraft lately, because, you know, this just looks like some sort of Minecraft DLC of a giant cube with many mini cubes that come from space or something. So I'm like, you know, it'd be funny if I just threw the fucking Minecraft logo on here. I don't know, it just looks hilarious. I don't know, man. I mean, it doesn't look professional at all, but it just looks hilarious. Anyway, that's it for here. Hopefully, I'll upload my next video soon. So, subscribe, guys. Thank you.